Okay, so this is like follow-up to the last video. I just finished up doing the lock work for that lady, paranoid one. Again, very nice lady, but mentally not all there. Despite all of the interesting things I heard just because of the woman I was working for, I ran into every single problem you could run into doing locksmith work. Locks wouldn't pick, whether that be because of my lack of my inability, my lack of talent, or just they didn't want to work. The previous person, or her probably, who installed all the stuff like in the past, stuff was not installed correctly, and that made it harder to work with. I had to re-drill a hole or two for a knob, and the hole just ended up becoming a freaking huge oval because she didn't drill over enough for the knob the first time. Just, normal issues you run into doing any kind of installation work. And then she just told me every story and all of the situation with her paranoia, and oh my goodness, it was just crazy. Stuck in a nut house for 4 hours, man. Like, I started this job at 10, it's 2 o'clock now. Again, nice lady, I feel bad, but it's like a switch. You're talking to her and she's a normal person, and then she just switches and there's a blurb of just no sense, and it's just so weird. And I know there's people that either live with or have family or associate with people that are like this, and they must understand. I don't have that much experience with this kind of thing. It's only been through work or stories that I hear secondhand. But yeah, very, very interesting. Again, just every sign shows exactly what I was saying before. Is like, I don't know, I had to rank it in severity stages, but I think she's starting to get there. Like, I'd hate to see the state that she's in I don't know, another couple of years, 2 or 3 years down the line, how much more precautions she takes, and just how much further she locks herself away from the rest of the world. Like, and again, I'm just assuming things and picking things together from what she said, because for some reason she had a lot of trust in me. She shared a lot of stuff that I would think is relatively personal. Like, she kept saying, like, oh, my husband's not around right now, he'll be back in July or whatever. And that's like, 2-3 months away almost. I don't know if he's like on a business trip or what. And that leads me to wonder, like, okay, she said that he cheated before, and that's why the Jewish Mafia is after her, because he cheated with a Jewish woman, and then she died mysteriously, so they assume that it was her jealousy that got this Jewish woman killed. And then, that actually doesn't make sense. That's obviously no, but that it makes sense to him cheating. Like, if he's off doing business work and he's gone for long periods of time, then yes, that would make sense, and that is a higher possibility, presumably. It's just interesting, trying to pick or put together what's real or what's sensical and what's obviously a fable. But all in all, very interesting job, working situation, and yeah, wasn't expecting that today, Friday. Hoping for easy, regular Friday, but alas, that's it. So I just want to add this little voiceover at the end here, just to wrap up my thoughts and stuff about this experience. This is recorded like many months after this happened, and not that there's any serious like things I want to add. I just want to like wrap up my whole kind of experience and ideas with what happened, I guess. Not like, yeah, okay, so I'll just get into it. But like, it was an interesting experience, definitely something that I think everyone runs into in some way, shape, or form, whether that be a family member or a crazed person on the street. Like, you're gonna meet people in your day-to-day that have these sorts of mental troubles. And it was just interesting from the perspective of someone doing a job for this lady, that I entered her home and saw kind of the state in which she was living, and her mindset kind of just threw me for a loop and made me really ponder on just how bad it can get if it's unchecked, and like just having these sorts of ideas and kind of impressions, I guess, on the world. Like, it was very strange. So just like to wrap up and kind of put everything into perspective, like, hope she can find help. I kind of feel guilty that I didn't do more for her in some way, even though it's not really my place, obviously. But I hope that she can find help and that she's doing better than she was when I met her. I hope that it brought her some kind of peace doing that lock work and securing her home further. But I also think that she needs professional help, and like I said in the first video, like people that care for her and that, you know, respect her and give her that attention that she needs to hopefully in some way walk her away from the kind of cliff that she's walking towards, metaphorically speaking. Like she's pushing herself so far away from people and a normal way of life, and I hope that she can find some help. And yeah, it's my prayer and my hope that anyone out there who is struggling, that if they recognize that they are having these sorts of tendencies, and if they have any mental capacity to recognize this and reach out for help, to do so. And if you know someone or have loved ones who are suffering like this and you're not doing something to try and help them, like, I think it's important that you look out for those that you care about, and, you know, to kind of step out of your comfort zone sometimes to ensure that the best situation can occur for those people that you care about. And it's hard, it's difficult, obviously, and like I hope that I never have to kind of experience that sort of thing, but I know now from my exposure to it through different situations, and especially this one, that if I ever saw someone that I was really close to and I saw them kind of showing these kind of tendencies, I would try and do what I could to get them in a safe position to remedy that, or at least stabilize it. That's kind of my thoughts wrapped up in this, and yeah, I'll leave it there.